There's one thing that has always gotten me back onto the right direction whenever I felt lost. It's those times where you completely stop doing all of your good habits. Maybe that's because something really bad happened in your life, or maybe that's because you just got really busy. And what is going to help you during these times are micro habits. Firstly, we have to let go of the idea that something is only worth doing if you do it for a substantial amount of time. Most people would say that doing a 5-minute workout is absolutely useless. You have to do at least 20 to 30 minutes. But for the sake of doing micro habits, we need to get rid of this belief. Pick 1 or 2 things that you can commit to for about 2 to 5 minutes a day. Because what matters much more than the length of how long you're doing it is the consistency of it. If you can manage a couple of weeks doing this thing every single day, wait how much easier it is going to get to firstly increase your time of doing it, and secondly to actually stick with it. So especially when we feel like we can't really commit to something for too long, this helps us so much to build up the consistency and to then eventually increase the time of it. And now we have gotten ourselves into the habit of doing it already. Therefore, increasing the time is much easier than if we had started with trying to do 30 to 40 minutes every day, then feeling completely overwhelmed and just dropping it completely, which is what happens so often when people try to start a new habit. We pick a goal that is way too big, then we don't achieve it, feel bad about it, and then just stop because we feel like a failure. But the chances of us being consistent with a hobby that is 2 minutes every day are so much higher. And I have tried this method time and time again. Whenever I'm going through a really tough phase and realize that I've completely stopped doing all my good habits, then I apply this method and it helps me every single time. Especially after my mum died, I used this a lot because I just couldn't commit to anything good anymore after months of just practicing horrible habits. But then I would pick up a book and I would literally just read 1 page per day. That was it. It doesn't seem like a lot, but just the habit of getting into it helped me so much because the next day I would read 2 pages and the day after I maybe would read 3. Then it would maybe drop down back to 1 again, but at least I was doing it. And slowly but steady, this habit became a normal part of my life again. Not through forcing it, not through reading 3 hours every day, but to gently giving myself the time to just get used to it in the first place. Because what I believe is that the first step is always the hardest. It's so overwhelming to look at a 45-minute workout and just wonder how that is going to be possible. But what is much easier is to look at a 5-minute workout and go, I think I could actually do that. And I've realized that I was proud of myself for just doing those little steps, because during those times, it can really seem like a big thing. So whichever habit it is that you want to start doing again, remember that the key is to start small. And after a while, without you maybe even realizing it fully, this is going to become a part of you again.